how is everyone doing today? So I know a lot of you are in cold climates right now, probably pretty sick of winter, and your body might be feeling a little stiff, right? Also bear with me, I don't have a microphone right now, so I'm going to try to keep my voice up, but we're not doing anything crazy today, so you should be able to hear me okay. So if you're feeling stiff and tight and cold in your body, I want to give you a really short, easy yoga routine that you can do every morning. It's quick, it's simple, you don't even have to stand up to do it, which I know in the morning for a lot of us is helpful. We need to wake up slow, at least if you're like me. I'm not a morning person, so I always need to warm up my body and get it going a little slower in the morning. And also, when it's cold outside, we do need to take our time with our bodies and warm them up a little more carefully, right? So I am going to demonstrate this without props. I'm going to give you suggestions for props. Just so you know, if you are ever seated cross-legged like this, it's always a great idea to give your hips a little lift, especially if you're tight in your hips, tight in your legs. You can sit up on a folded blanket, you can sit up on a short, small cushion, or even a yoga block. So those are all options. There's plenty of things around the house that you can use to sit on. Even like a folded towel if for some reason you don't have anything else. So that's a great way to sit. If you feel like when you sit, if you feel like you have a hard time keeping your back lifted, if you feel like you do a lot of this, and you need to find a way to help lift your lower back so that it's straight, if you put a cushion or a blanket underneath you, that'll just help shift your hips slightly so they're tilted, and it gives you a little easier time as far as keeping this low back straight, which we really want to do. It's very important. So, that being said, we are going to start in this position on your props or without them. Sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders, close down your eyes. And take a few moments just to feel into your body. Especially if you just woke up, maybe you're still a little sleepy, maybe you haven't taken time to feel the energy of your body today, where you're at right now. So rooted down in through your sit bones, feeling the earth underneath you, and then lifting your spine up gently from those sit bones. So really feeling that length all the way from the sit bones up to the crown of your head. Keeping the back nice and tall. Still relaxing the shoulders, hands soft on your knees. Taking a few deep breaths in through the nose. And exhale softly out your mouth for now. Inhale through your nose again. Feel your ribcage rise and expand. Feel your chest expand and rise as well. And exhale gently, slowly out the mouth. Let everything just relax back down without collapsing. One more just like that, deeply into your belly, all the way up into your chest. Feel your body expand all the way around. And then exhale gently, let it go. And now moving towards breathing in and out through your nose. Still keeping the breath nice and long and even. Three rounds of breath in and out the nose. Quieting the body, quieting the mind, getting yourself mentally in the present moment. One more round of breath. And then you can either blink your eyes open or keep them closed. You're going to drop your head over towards your right shoulder, and then roll your head down around through center, chin to your chest, over to the other side. And then back down. So we're taking little half circles here into the neck. Try to keep your jaw relaxed and soft as you move here. And then check in with your spine. Even as you're moving your head, can you keep your spine nice and tall? All the way from your tailbone up to your shoulders. Continuing to breathe in and out through your nose, slowly and deeply. And then take one more round. Finish out your second side. Lift your head back up to center and just turn your head a little side to side. Maybe if it feels okay in your cervical spine, gently drop it back a little. And give your neck some wiggles. Just starting to open up through your cervical spine, which is the top part of your spine in your neck. Now it's taking some rolls into your shoulders. You can start small, lifting the shoulders up, forward, and back. And then if you want, you could get the arms into it, use your arms a little more. I find I have more space for my shoulders if I get my arms involved. And then other direction, moving your shoulders forward, really emphasize that big circle through your shoulder joint. Start to warm up that area of your body. And if you want, you can even take the arms further into it, moving them forward and back. Starting to open up into your chest as well. Maybe lifting your heart forward, reaching your hands back for a moment. Feel all that length down your spine. Avoid arching your low back too much. Think more of just lifting your chest bone up, your breastbone towards the sky. And then gently relax your hands back down to your knees. So now we're going to take some seated cat-cows. So you're going to bring your feet forward, about hips width distance. Yes, I'm cold. That's why I'm wearing all these clothes. Not in the jungle anymore, guys. So from here, you're going to take your arms around your shins. Sit up nice and tall to start off with. Get a straight spine. And then as you inhale, lift your chest slightly forward. Maybe bring your head just a little bit back. Press your chest through your biceps. Feel the little arch in your upper back. And then as you exhale, let your shoulders round forward. Maybe come forward with your head as well. Let your body just round over your knees. Inhaling up, bring the chest forward, pull your shoulder blades together, maybe lift your gaze. And exhale, push your chest back towards your spine, round your shoulders. One more time, inhale forward. Pull the shoulders back. You can always adjust the placement of your hands if you need to. And exhale, round your body all the way over. You can always rock back slightly on your sit bones. And then come back up to seated. Bring your feet together now in front of you into Baddha Konasana, or butterfly, as most people more commonly know this. And we're going to just fold over the legs and start to open the hips a little. So you're going to pull your chest forward. You can reach for your thighs or ankles or feet rather. Thighs, shins, ankles, feet, leg things. Pull your chest forward, forward, forward. So we're keeping length in our backs. Pull in our chest towards our toes. And then once you feel like you're as far forward as you can get, then allow your head, your neck, your shoulders to round over. And you're going to hold this stretch, breathe. You can close your eyes down if you want. Breathing into whatever sensation you're feeling in your inner thighs, maybe in your outer hips as well. And noticing your breath. Have you lost it? Has it become shallow? Move back into deep, long, even breaths. Take one more round of breath in your fold. And then gently start to bring your chest back forward, bring your hands down, press yourself back up to a seat. Take a deep breath in, sit up nice and tall, lengthen your spine, and exhale. Then you're going to cross your legs, you're going to roll over your knees, and come into a tabletop position. I have kind of an uneven surface here, so I'm going to adjust myself a little. So if you did have a cushion or something underneath your seat, you would move it out of the way at this point. If you do have any knee issues, you can roll up your mat or place a cushion or blanket under your knees. If you have wrist issues, you can bring your hands to fists, or you can even bring your hands to blocks. Sometimes that's supportive for people with wrist issues. And then wherever you are, you're going to root down through your fingers, spread them nice and wide. You want your shoulders directly over your wrists and your hips directly over your knees. And then look straight down, find your neutral alignment in your spine. On your inhale, look forward, start to bring your hips up, your chest forward. Find a cow pose, finding that deeper arch now in your back. Same thing we did seated, but a little larger of a bend. And then as you exhale, round your spine, come into a cat pose. So you're pressing into your shins, pressing into your hands. Inhale forward. Think of pulling your tailbone both back and up, so you keep length in your low spine. And then exhale, pull your navel up towards your spine to help round through your back. One more time, inhale up, take your time, one vertebra at a time. Look just straight ahead, don't crank your neck and look up. And then exhale, relax your head and neck and round your spine. Press your chest up into your shoulder blades. And then gently come back to a neutral spine. We're going to start taking some hip circles now. So you're going to take your hips around and back. Doesn't matter which way you go. We'll go the other direction. Keep your hands nice and rooted so you're supporting your wrists. And make these circles as big as you can. Should feel really nice in the sides of your hips, the sides of your waist. Go ahead, switch, go the other way. Noticing any spots that might feel a little stuck or sticky or tight. You can always pause there for a moment, hold, take your time. This is your practice. These are just suggestions for you to use, so please move the way you need to move. And then coming back to center, stretch your right foot back. You're just going to tuck your right toes behind you and press your right heel back. So you're stretching through the back line of your right leg, your right calf. You can play with scooting forward, coming back, taking a few bounces, but very slow, gentle bounces here. And then press the heel back, hold it. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring your knee back down, stretch your left leg back. Same thing, find that deep stretch first. And if you want, you can play with coming forward, moving back, warming up the back of your leg. And then hold it back, press into your toes, really stretch that calf. Deep breath in. And exhale, drop your knees. And then bring your knees nice and wide, toes together. Sink your hips back, bring your arms forward, and come into an extended Balasana, child's pose. Forehead down to the mat. And if for some reason you're so tight in your hips or in your shoulders that your forehead won't come to the mat, you can always also bring a blanket or blocks or a cushion underneath your forehead. What's important is that the forehead is grounded and is touching something where you can relax your head. Take a few deep breaths here. Let your spine extend. Let your hips relax. Stretch your arms forward, especially if you want more of a stretch through your side bodies and also through your chest. And then let your chest relax towards the ground. Take one more round of breath. And then start to bring yourself back up to your tabletop. So now we're going to do some wrist stretches because this is something we can all use, especially in the morning if you are working a job where you use your hands a lot, where you type a lot. So it's very, very helpful to open up your wrists and get them warm. You're going to take your hands and either both at a time, if you can, you're going to flip your fingers back towards your knees. If that doesn't feel okay, you can do one hand at a time. Wherever you are, once you reach that spot, you can rock a little back and forth, find where the best stretch is for you. You can also play with rocking side to side. You can take small circles on your wrists. What you want to do is pay a lot of attention. Your wrists are very, very fragile. You want to be very gentle with them. So just taking a little bit of a stretch, just as much as feels comfortable. Then maybe you hold it, or maybe you play with movement. And then if you have one hand flipped, go ahead, switch gently, mindfully, switch to the other hand. And then another thing you can do if you feel like this is too much pressure, you can, instead of being in a tabletop with a lot of weight on your arms, you can bring your knees forward and take a little more weight back into your hips so that you're not putting so much pressure on those wrists as you stretch them. And then whether you're doing both or one at a time, you're going to gently start to lift your hands, come up, roll out your wrists. Maybe shake them, maybe open and close your hands, let that go. It can feel like a lot because we don't stretch our wrists and they're very tight. So then we're going to take a counter stretch. You're going to plant let's start with the left. Plant your left hand and take your right hand, and you're going to flip your hand now so you're on the back of your hand with your fingertips pointing towards your knees again. This can feel really intense. If you need to, you can bend the elbow. That will automatically release tension. If you feel okay here, straighten the elbow and work on just gently bringing the weight back a little bit towards your heels. It's going to be hard. Breathe into it. Just notice how it feels. And if it's too much, then back off. Just one more breath. Whew. And then slowly peel that hand up, let it go, give it a little shake. Then plant that hand down, spread your fingers wide. We want to be really gentle here, both as we come to the back of the wrist and not trying to put too much weight into that supporting hand. So feel free to pull your hips back towards your heels to take some weight out of those wrists. And then again, you can bend the elbow a little or you can keep it straight. Just gently relaxing onto the back of your hand as much as feels appropriate. You know your body best. Whew, this is an intense one. Take another deep breath. And gently peel it up and off the ground. Give it a shake, let that go. Give your arms a little shake. Give your shoulders a shake. Roll your head a couple more times. Maybe take a little twist in the lower body. You can come up on your knees. Take some little side to side movements. Let your arms sway. Just letting your entire lower body open up. And you can do this down on your seat too. You don't have to be up on your knees. If you have knee issues or anything bothers you, you can also just sit on a cushion or even do this standing up if that's more comfortable. And then work your way back to center. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. All right, that's it. I hope that makes you feel a little warmer and more energized and ready for your day. I will see you soon. Thank you for watching and take care.